So in this video, we're going to cover everything that you need to know about training in the gym and that you're going to do it effectively to start building muscle. So the first thing to recognize is the difference between resistance training and cardiovascular exercise training. Cardiovascular training is doing anything like running or sports, anything that raises your heart rate so that it starts beating faster and you run out of oxygen. Cardio is very important. You should be doing it. It's very healthy to keep your blood pressure down and have a healthy heart, but is a lot different from resistance training with weights. Resistance training, on the other hand, is exposing your body to a stimulus to help build muscle, to stimulate muscle growth by resisting a weight, acting against it. For example, like a dumbbell that you're picking up and doing some bicep curls, that is a resistance force against the bicep muscle when you are lifting it. And this is where 90% of your focus needs to be in the gym. Again, cardiovascular training is fantastic. It's great and we need it for longevity. But if you're looking to improve your body and your physique and look healthier and fitter, then resistance training is the way to go. And the single most important principle that you must adhere to if you want to continue to improve and keep making gains, that's extra muscle mass, is something called progressive overload. The way your body looks right now is because of the stimulus that's been applied to it every single day of your life in the past. If you haven't lifted a lot of weights in the past, then your body hasn't had a reason to start building muscle mass and getting stronger. It hasn't been given a stimulus or a signal that would cause it to grow bigger and get stronger. And that's where progressive overload comes in. Progressive overload means essentially increasing the weight, the stimulus, the number of reps you do over time. So your body has a reason, it has a stimulus to keep on pushing itself to build new muscle tissue. If you go to the gym for the same amount of time, the same number of times per week, and you do the same old bicep curls, 15 kilos for 15 reps, you're never giving your body a stimulus or a reason to build new muscle. It's going to be happy to just lift those weights. You need to push your body to the extreme and give it a stimulus for it to grow. 3 things that we can do here. Let's take the dumbbells, for example. If you're doing a bicep curl, you can either increase the weight probably every month. You're not always going to improve every single week. So let's aim for a target of at least improving every single month. And there's 3 things that we can do here to see solid progressive overload. The weight that you're using on those dumbbell curls, so going from 15 kilos to 16 kilos, you can either increase the number of repetitions. So if you're doing 10 reps, try and increase it to 11 reps next week or 12 reps the week after that. Or we can either increase the number of sets that we're doing. So if you're doing 3 sets of 10 reps of bicep curls, maybe the next week we do 4 sets of 10 reps instead, and we add some more volume. This is also the reason that if you are new to the gym, you want to start with the minimum effective dose. You don't want to go too hard, too fast. What this means is that you can go balls to the wall when you start and go 6 days out of 7 days in the week and just hammer the gym, but are you really going to stay consistent with that? On the other hand, if you're somebody that's new to the gym, your body hasn't built up its recovery capacity and you're more likely to overtrain and you're going to be sore, and that's going to completely put you off going back to the gym because you don't want to be walking around all day looking like you just shit your pants. You don't want to set the bar too high for yourself straight away. It's going to be even more difficult to have that progressive overload. You want to start down here and progressively, week by week, start to build a solid base of muscle mass. That's why I would recommend, if you are new to the gym, you just start with 3 days per week at the maximum and do full body routines. This means that you can give yourself a solid 6 months of going to the gym, training your full body 3 days per week, and then after 6 months you can increase that to 4 days per week, and then that's an even bigger stimulus on your body, and you're giving it a reason to change, you're giving it more load. Then after a year you can take that up to 5 days per week and maybe change to a more advanced training split. Hope that makes sense. And if you want to find out more information on getting started in the gym, just click to one of my next videos that is of interest to you, and I'll see you there.